So this lesson is writing equations of lines applications, and the skills needed would be determining the slope given the 2 points x1, y1 using the slope formula, and creating an equation using the slope and a point. So that equation would be in y equals mx plus b form. And we did that in cycle 3, so that should not be an issue. Okay, so word problems. When they are given, you need to first identify two independent and two dependent values. Again, independent are x values and dependent are y values. So once you have that 4 pieces of information, you need to match them up. So that would be x1, y1, and x2, y2. Now, once we have that, we will determine which one is independent and which one is dependent variables. Then we are going to create our let statements by representing the two variables. And then we're going to match up the independent and dependent variables with the 2 points. And once we have the 2 points, we can create an equation. So let's look at an example here. Abigail buys a prepaid card for her cell phone. When she talks on her phone, a fee per minute is deducted from the value of the prepaid card. After 10 minutes of use, there will be $22 remaining on the card. And after 20 minutes, there will be $19 remaining on the card. Create an equation to model this scenario. So our first step is to determine the independent and the dependent variables. We can do that. Now here we have 10 minutes, $22, 20 minutes, and $19. So now out of this information given, time is always independent, and dollar, which we can say the value of the card, would be dependent, because that depends on how long that card has been used for. So now we have four pieces of information. We have 10 minutes, $22, and then we have 20 minutes and $19. So now, since we have time as independent variable, time will be your x value, and value is gonna be y value, so value on the card. So $10 would be x1, 10 minutes will be x1, and $22 would be y1. So this becomes your first point. And then we have 20 minutes, that would be x2, and $19, that would be y2. So this becomes your second point. So now you have 2 points. Using these 2 points, we need to create an equation of the line. And we're going to go back to the skills needed now, which is finding the slope and then using the slope and the point to create the equation of the line. So let's create an equation. So our equation is always written in the form y equals mx plus b. So we need 2 pieces of information. We need slope and need y-intercept. So let's figure out slope first. So to figure out slope, m equals y2, which is 19, minus y1 divided by 20 minus 10. So this comes out to m equals -3 divided by 10. Now, since we are talking in terms of m is how much value it's dropping per minute, so m will be equal to -0.3. So that would mean what? That would mean that the value drops by 30 cents per minute. Now, if you notice, I use the word drop here. Now here, drop would represent this negative value that is being used. So you don't have to write actually the negative number when you're writing a therefore statement. Negative would represent drop, decrease, you can use different words. Okay, so now we have the value of m. Now we have to work towards finding the value of b. So now our equation would be y equals -0.3 x plus b. Now, if you remember to solve for b, you could pick any point. You could pick 1022 or you could pick 2019 to figure out the value of b. Let's go with 1022. So you're going to replace x with 10 and y with 22. So this is going to be 22 equals negative 0.3 times 10 plus b. So this comes out to 22 equals negative 0.3 times 10 would be negative 3 plus b. Solving for b, so bring negative 3 to the other side, it turns positive. So b equals 25. So what does this mean? That this b was your starting value. That means the card had $25 on it to start. Now our equation would be now y equals slope is negative 0.30x plus b is 25. Now remember, y and x are just independent variables. These are not good variables. We have to use the variables that we need for the scenario. So in this case, x was our independent variable, so it was time, and y was our dependent variable, which was the value of the card. So therefore, our equation would be v equals negative 0.30 t for time plus 25. So that would be the equation of the line. Now, any question that you see, basically this is what you are doing. You're looking for 4 pieces of information, putting them in 2 points. Now, it could be in table form, it could be on the graph, it could be just a word problem with some pieces of information where you will have to pull out all the necessary information and create an equation of the line.